How's it going, guys? So, for those of you that do follow me, thank you. For those that like and comment on the videos, I really do appreciate it. Thank you. This Cobalt was a little older model. I've been using the heck out of it. Nothing against Cobalt, but the saw couldn't keep up with the demand I was using it for. And as you see, I made it only about halfway through. And I overheated the saw trying to cut through all this lumber. Cedar's a soft wood. It should have been easy to cut. I bought this out of pocket because I needed a saw. It's been a couple of weeks since this went down. Now I'm going to do an unboxing. This thing is going back into the trash can, and this thing should be able to do the job. Let's find out. So the main saw was by itself in a wrapped plastic. All the extra pieces seem to be in here. So that what's not in the box is the tools that come with it and the guide, not the guide, but the saw shield. All of this was out by itself, wrapped up nicely. Okay, so put this over here. Okay, that's pretty well wrapped. Each individual thing's got its own plastic on spot. Now, I'm not going to be using the wheels or the mount for it. So what I need is the other stuff. Let's do what most men don't. Just look at the manual. Okay. So some assembly required. So we want to assemble mostly English. This saw should be assembled in the following order: replacing the blade, positioning the blade guard, assemble the throat plate, assembling the rip fence, the kickback assembly, the bevel stop, rail lock adjustment, the meter guide adjustment. Okay, so there's the guide bar. Okay, goes right there. Let's take this over here because I'm not going to use it. Unlock it, comes out. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. They put fabric in here for dust control. Heck yeah, that's nice. Yeah, so this, if I am correct, goes right there, goes right there, snaps right into place. That goes on, that goes on. And then, so let's put this back on. There. What's in here? I don't know. Let's find out. Ooh. Now that's nice quality. That's heavy duty. My last one was plastic. Oh, that slides real nice. So I wish it's smooth, which is nice. But I wish it was beveled so it would click in the spot on the main numbers, like the 75, the 60, so on. So when you move it, it clicks into place. But the smoothness is fine too. I'm not going to complain. Is that a brake for the saw? Ooh, that's smooth. Cranking it up and down? That's nice. What does that do? I'm intrigued. I don't know what that does. Yeah, let's flip this up for just a second. Oh, what was that? What did I drop? Oh, that's no bueno. Put that right there for right now, so I know where that goes. Okay. So this is nice. I like the bar. Yeah, that's nice. I'll be using the heck out of that. Okay. So this comes up. That's nice. But how do I? So it should be a lock. Right, there it goes. There we go. So how far is 0? Can't go to 0. So I'm gonna have to move my saw that way. That's 0 right there. So my table might be too big. I don't know, it could be a number of different things. Okay. Then this, yes, twist that back over. Uh-oh. Yeah, I definitely made this for the wrong saw. Now this will slide to 0, which that's 0. So we got 1/2 inch, 24 inches. How do I? So 24 inches right here. And then this comes out and it's flat. Or up layer as a guide bar. Okay. That's nice. But how do I get to 32 inches? So what I just learned right here, so you've got the 0 and 8 inches. You've got this hook and you've got that hook right there, right on the back and front. Okay? So we're going to flip this open. Flip that open. Gonna pick this up. So with that latch in the spot, see that? That's 0. Well, a little more than 0. That's 0. 0. 0 space. So now, what I'm going to do is pick this up. Oh, wait. Pick it up. Go back to this second one. There we go. Now, lock it in place. Now it's on this second nubbin versus this first one. See? And we'll go all the way back to 0. Now, that is 8 inches. So when you go all the way out, which is really nice. This is really smooth. You can get it right where you need it to. Spin it. Largest cuts, I'd say you're safe at 32 inches. So you take this. Now, you've got it on the lowest setting. So now, you have wood. Hang on, let's grab some wood that sits flush. That's pretty flat. Okay. Now, if you want, up here, it don't fit. So now it's higher. So now that'll act as a guide if you need it to. That's cool. Then got the little features right here. Once you get it to where you want it, it's coming in. You can lock it in place. That locks it. Now you can't move it. Got a safety switch. Oh, it's not power. Oh, it's locked. There we go. So it's unlocked. Oh, I don't have it plugged in, so it oh, that's the off. You push for off. You push that for on, and that locks it. So you can't do nothing. So you can't hit the on button. It's interesting. Okay. Sweet. So this goes right here. Actually, so this you got to be careful that lines up directly with that. That slides into place right there. That locks into place. And then right here, you have to pull this out and twist it. When I was first trying to put it on, I was twisting it back and forth. I was like, it won't unscrew. But it just pops it out. It's spring loaded, locks it in place, so it just sits there. Everything's nice and locked in. A very inconvenient thing I've seen so far, and it's in wrong, is let's pull this back out. This mounts right here, but you have to go on the other side, and the way I've got this set up, it's not going to work for me. So this position with this mount just ain't worth it. They should have put it to where it mounts right here somehow. That's one thing I liked about the Cobalt, is it just slid in right here and mounted just perfectly. That's all right. I'll be using the heck out of it, but it's just not a good place to have it stored. So this is the piece of cedar wood I've been working with, and I'm going to try to cut it. This will be the very first cut that I do with this saw. So with my other saw, with the Cobalt, I was only able to cut it halfway. I'm going to see if I can cut it the rest of the way and see if it bogs us down or not. So let's see. That thing really does freaking stop. That is nice. So you can see the side that I cut it with the Cobalt. Wait, no. So this was, it's interesting. Got some indentations here. I don't know if that was from this saw or if that was from the Cobalt. So let's cut another one. I don't like these indentations on it. Let's see. Let's do two more. So I had to flip it over because this was getting in the way. That's pretty wood. So that's where it got stuck for this right here. That's where it got stuck. For the most part, really a smooth cut. Other than my hiccup that I caused with this lip right here. Okay. Now I don't have that hiccup. Let's do one more. Okay. Now look at that. You get the saw marks, which is all right. Yeah, it's all right. Good straight cut. Now, when I was cutting with the Cobalt, this was flexing a lot, and the way it's cut, I'm sure having a sharp saw blade helped out a lot. But for the most part, that's cutting through it like butter. That is so unsettling. That blade, like, there's a break on it, and I'm not used to that yet. Used to waiting a few minutes for that thing to slow down. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful cut. That is gorgeous. Starting to get into the wood. The rest, I think that. What do you think? Think I can get some more out of it? I don't know. That might be firewood now. Maybe. That is pretty though. That really is pretty. So as you have just seen, I opened up and I put the table saw right to work. It is the 10-inch Jobsite table saw that DeWalt makes, and I'm going to be using it for all the wood I'm going to be milling. That's why I built the table for it. I will not be using the legs and the stand for it because I'm going to use it with my table. I'm going to be doing lots of large logs and everything with it. Okay? And I don't want it portable. I'm going to bolt it down here. But I would give it a 10 out of 10 right now, right out of the box. A few things I got to learn about it, read the manual. But it cut that wood beautifully compared to my other table saw. And right out of the box, it's basically plug and play. Had to figure out how to use the guide bar and everything, but other than that, perfect. 10 out of 10. DeWalt, you did a good job on this one. Remember, this is the Jobsite table saw by DeWalt, and it's ready to go right out of the box. If you're not using the stand, plug and play, guys. I like it.